Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
I'm a relationship hack.
Run up and get touched up, suicide. And all of y'all know my style. I excel, then prevail. Run up and get touched up, suicide, that's it. And all of y'all know my style.
Ladies and gentlemen, the So What Morning Show is in the building. We got a great topic for you. Christ alive. I don't know what to do. It's one of those topics that's really gonna set shit off. Yikes. I don't know what to say. You're listening to the So What Morning Show. I'm Zoe Williams. I bring this show to you once a week. Very interesting topics. Today's topic is no exception to the rule. You know what? We try to assemble a crew like Voltron to deal with topics that are going on today in the world. Right? Now, it ain't easy. Lord have mercy, Jesus. It ain't easy. But we gotta do it. We have got to have mercy, Jesus. Lord. We got to have the toughest conversations in the world. And the reason being is because we want to challenge the way people think, right? We don't want to change the way people think. We want to challenge why you think what you think is the motherfucking truth, right? Sometimes you got to ask people, why do you think the way you think is the motherfucking truth and the way everybody else think is wrong? Sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you got to do that. You got to be like,
always right. That's what.
You know what I'm saying? If your beliefs are never challenged, how do you vet them out? Like, how do you even know? Like, yeah,
They sound good to me.
That's a cool ass belief right there.
Sound good to me, boy.
So that's what the So What Morning Show does. But before I get into the topic, man, it's important, very important, that I promote black-owned businesses. Yeah, got my homeboy in the building.
What's up?
First off, how you a juicer?
What happened?
You like the juice man,
Yeah.
right? How you the juice man and you sick? Don't come in here coughing.
Well, listen, man.
No, don't blame shit on
pollen
nothing.
in the air, you know.
Ain't no pollen in
And
here. Ain't even no
dust.
plants.
Dust, you know. So that's how you get sick, from the dust.
Oh man.
Sometimes, you know.
Over here bullshitting.
Like, people think you get sick by being in the cold. But
how do you get cold?
You don't get a cold by being in the cold, because that's the case. Then people who live in New York would be cold.
Right.
It's from the dust.
So there's dust in here.
No, it happened prior to getting here.
You was dusty outside. Okay, cool.
It's your immune system.
He was dusty outside.
Yeah.
Hey, well, let me do this real quick, man. Let me shout you out, man. Your birthday, bro.
Oh yeah.
It just passed.
Saturday.
Come on,
Happy
man.
belated there, boy.
Let's shout the homie out, man.
Yeah, you know, on my birthday, I always do a challenge run. So I ran the 800 this year.
Okay.
You did what?
Now he about to get fancy. And,
I want to see how good I am I'm gonna see how far I have slipped back. So I always challenge myself, because I don't want to slip back too much. So I ran 800.
So he goes and runs the 800 meters.
Did you? What was the time?
Okay.
What's that face?
224.
224.
800
What's your
meters?
best time?
151.
151.
That's like in college and high school.
Hey, man, stop bragging.
That's
Let's
not
get
even
back to you
fast.
having a cold, nigga.
All right. But the ginger shots are really good with the colds. I forgot to bring a ginger
He always
shot.
forget. That's the shit I like the most. The ginger shot, the turmeric shot. Anyway, we shouting out black businesses. He's
So-
here.
Yeah.
What is your product for people who are just tuning in? What is it, bro?
We Juice has natural cold pressed juices, fruit-based, vegetable-based, stuff for immunity, stuff for detox. I got a weight loss program. I even have meals on my program as well. And I have energy. If you want energy, you got some energy juices. Strawberry lemonade, Baby I'm a Star, energy booster. It's all based on what we need for our body. Immunity, detox, energy, stuff for digestion.
Wow.
You know, so it's functional.
Hey,
So
man.
You know,
So you got packages.
got packages, 6 packs of energy, detox, recovery. What else? Immunity.
Yeah.
And then I have a 3-day cleanse. You know, then I have a 4-day weight loss program.
I can fuck with that. I can smoke a bag of that.
And then I got the meal prep that I'm gonna have on there in the next 2 weeks, where people can order the juices and the juices come with meals. Say if you don't want to do a 3-day cleanse, or you just only have juices, you can have the same program with a meal on it. So you can substitute a meal on it.
So you're trying to keep people healthy.
Yes. And
You're trying to keep people away from GMOs.
I don't know.
You're trying to keep people away from Frankenfood.
Yeah, frankenfood. But
Okay, cool.
People,
Hey,
listen, man. That's why I offer the juices, because for me, I started juicing because I didn't eat a lot of vegetables. You know, most people don't like
Badass kids.
vegetables.
That's right.
People don't, dude, people order meat all the time.
Don't act like you're not a badass kid, nigga.
My father always brought home Pioneer's chicken.
Pioneer
Pioneers, boy.
chicken, boy. That was O.J. Simpson's
Man.
chicken. Crazy.
Listen, he brought home Pioneer's chicken or Kentucky Fried Chicken. He got
Either
off of
one of
work.
them. Either one of
You
them
know?
chickens from the 80s was bomb.
Man,
Remember Louisiana chicken from
Yes.
the 80s?
that's still bomb
They
right
still
now.
got that.
They still got that.
I'm just
right?
saying, before the Asians took over.
Oh, damn.
They just ain't got the same ingredients, nigga. Something
No.
No, it's still-
We don't
it's
talk
the same.
about. What about Golden Bird?
Golden Bird was delicious.
Oh my god.
Man.
Okay, let me finish promoting.
Get nigga hungry up in this motherfucker.
So, listen, I want you guys to support my homegirl, Wanda Trotter, Mind Blowing Mobiles.
Yeah.
She created my app. Check her out. Google her. Mind Blowing Mobiles, Wanda Trotter. Google her, right? Check her out. She created my app. It's super fly. You can do everything in my app. We can broadcast from the app. We do everything. She got all the connects, all the links. She got everything, man. Locked into this app. The app is the new store. If we not walking into brick and mortar stores anymore. Have you peeped out the Grubhub and the Post-it apps?
Yep.
Postmates.
Postmates.
Let me just say one thing I hate about
DoorDash. Yep.
the thing that I hate about those apps is you think you bought $16 worth of food, but by the time you check out, it's $37.
Yeah, because delivery is like.
But the
fucking-
delivery is
like
$4.
$8. No, and some of them like Postmates is like $8, $9 sometimes.
I don't appreciate it.
That shit is insane.
I don't appreciate it. But
That's convenience. You paying for convenience.
no
Yep.
doubt. I can't argue that. You paying for convenience. And I'm going to say it again. Dope sister who could create apps for you that are functional like that. The app is the new store. If you ain't got to go to Taco Bell or Del Taco, they bring you that 7-layer burrito.
They selling that on there?
I will eat a 7-layer burrito. Okay, cool. That's enough. Wanda Trotter, please support the sister. Also, AndroidOhm.com. If you put my name in their website, you're going to get 25% off. Luxury sneaker brand. Android like the phone. Ohm, HOMME.com. AndroidOhm.com. Luxury sneaker brand. Please continue to support them. Also, Kevin got something to promote, and then we're going to jump into today's topic. It's going to be crazy.
So, you guys, if you guys haven't checked out the Face of the Dragon documentary right now, yet you are bullshitting, get on over to patreon.com/realnagas and subscribe. It's only $2 a month that you have to subscribe for, and you can check out that documentary. If you don't want to subscribe, you can donate $20 to GoFundMe.com/realnagas, and I will send you the documentary. Also, if you just want to go to realnuggets.com and get some Dragon More or Phoenix More gear, I will send you the documentary for free if you buy a t-shirt. So get on over there and support that. The money that you donate, part of that money goes to the Cop Stop Guardian traffic stop app. So we're still raising money for that and the nonprofit. So we're going to do that, and please get over and help us out.
There it is. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to the Zoa Morning Show on Dash Talk. When I tell you today's topic is gonna blow your fucking head off. Like, pow, what? It's one of them topics. Jeff Brown just texted me and said I'm down the street. This is the most professional co-host ever. So let me do it like this. A lot of people get mad at me because I do these kind of topics. We live in America, goddammit. I'm sorry for yelling, but we do. Why can't we have open, honest, real conversation without everybody getting butthurt? Right? I don't mean say what you want, because sometimes it's not cool to say what you want, right?
There's a balance too.
There's a balance. Sometimes it's about knowing when to have a conversation, when not to have a conversation.
What to say,
Sometimes
what not to say.
know when to, be on some silly, funny shit.
Right.
Sometimes know when not to be on some silly, funny shit. So yeah, there's nuances and there's subtleties to it all. But we got to have this goddamn conversation now. Because I'm not an old man, but I'm old enough to know when shit is wrong.
Yes.
Shit is fucked up.
When shit is crazy. Or, okay, you remember when the Nissan Maxima first came out?
Oh, man.
And the car was talking?
Man.
The door is ajar. Niggas
Yep.
thought they was live. Thought you was on fire in that Nissan Maxima, right?
Yes.
So, again, I'm old enough to know when life is ajar. Right? Your life is ajar. It's open. So today's topic, listen, it might be a little funny, but I wasn't trying to be funny. I was trying to make a point. Today's topic, she-MOs, not GMOs. She-MOs.
Wow.
A more in-depth look at the transgender revolution. Should heterosexual men view or be forced to view transsexual women as real women? Fuck, she-MOs. I know. Don't call in talking shit. I know. I'm not trying to be funny. It's a play on words. A she-MO. Born biologically dude, then hormonally and surgically altered to become a woman. Now, hey, take that chair down there, bro. Now, peep game on this. Oh, and I got some headphones for you too, bro. Peep game on this.
There's something over there.
Y'all saw what happened, right? With Genuine.
Right. And he got vilified and
He got vilified
gangsted on because he wouldn't kiss that
He got vilified for
the
it.
transsexual, transgender, whatever.
Because he would not kiss.
Because he didn't want to kiss a lady, dude.
Yeah.
You can't even wait. You got to say dude, lady.
Dude, lady.
You got to say dude, lady because
Right.
you was a dude before you was a lady.
Right.
You was a dude before you was a lady.
Sing it.
Hey, you done cut your dang dang off. Cut your dang dang off. Now you got to pee-pee. Oh, but you can't stand up. No. What the fuck you done that for? You can always screw a man in the butt and still keep your thing. I don't understand. I don't understand.
Wow. This shit went left like a motherfucker, boy.
Oh, it's hot. It's hot. Like this hot sauce. I have a sponsor. I know I'm late, but I have a sponsor. I finally have a sponsor.
Okay, nigga, it's 11:14.
Yeah.
You got a sponsor,
And I'm hot on it.
Okay.
Yes.
Go ahead, Jeff. Who is this?
Bill's Sauce Company. This is a this brother out of Oakland.
Bill's Chicken and Rice. Okay.
Gerald Williams. Shout out to Gerald Williams. I'm a hot sauce connoisseur. I carry hot sauce in my bag. I tasted this brother's hot sauce.
Hot sauce.
Tabasco is fire. So yeah. Oh yeah. Now we can get back to the
Cool. All right, GMOs. Now let me hip y'all to something real quick that I thought was strange. There is a woman. I don't know if it's a biological woman. I don't know. I don't know if it's a trans. I don't know what she is. But her name is Zenia Jones. And she basically said, now peep game. I want y'all to frame this. She basically said straight men should work through their non-attraction to transgender women.
Oh, I gotta work through that.
Sorry.
We gotta work through that.
Sorry.
Is that part of my character building?
I'm just trying to understand, like, what do you mean work through?
Yeah.
Do you mean like me stay over here, y'all stay over there, and we don't fuck with each other like that?
Right.
Then we good.
Right.
But hold on. If you're not attracted to a fat woman, you don't have to. You can still be friends with her and not be attracted to her. So why we pushed on being attracted to transgender?
Exactly.
I mean,
or what about
a tall woman or a short woman? I mean,
or
anybody.
even a race?
Right. I personally, I do like a gap in a woman's teeth. I think that's kind of sexy.
I like a gap between a woman's legs.
How about that? An organic one.
I don't want a GMO.
I like it right.
'Cause let me tell you, niggas' thighs is different than a woman's thighs.
Yeah, they are.
not just their thighs, their hands too. That's
We
a
gonna
change.
notice that.
Right.
Yes, you notice the hands and everything. I know
nigga,
everything.
I know nigga knuckles when I
Yes.
see them.
You see nigga knuckles.
Nigga knuckles, man.
What we gonna do with nigga
Nigga
knuckles?
knuckles. Hey, fellas, put your hands up. Put your hand on the goddamn bar.
You see that Seinfeld episode, Man Hands?
Right.
You know that shit?
Somebody holding hands with that fucking. I don't give a shit what kind of operation Kevin get.
Pimp slap 3 niggas with this hand.
Hi, my name is Kavina. If you don't get that fucking claw back on your side of the table,
I'm just saying, I'm not finna do nigga knuckles.
But hold on, are they saying that we have to like them, or we have to? We can, because I don't have a problem with a transgender.
No,
dude.
but
Right.
they're saying
do you just
they're saying we have to consider them, or we're somehow phobic.
well, okay, good. I'm phobic then.
Well,
I'll take it.
consider like going on a date with them.
I'll take it.
Consider them as real women.
Oh, okay.
phobia means fear.
I mean, I'm
you're
gonna
not
be.
scared.
I actually see them as women, but I also see them as a man, a woman that's also a man too. At this, But
well,
Or did you just take a shit on that idea?
because you gotta accept them for what they are.
Well,
Period.
what are
At this transition of
what
getting accepted.
What you identify with is your business, okay?
Can we ask what they are?
well, there's a difference between male and female and man and woman.
Well,
Right.
you're gonna have to
So-
explain that shit.
So man and woman are just two words. Man means manifestation, and woman means womb manifestation. So if you don't have a womb, you can't necessarily be a womb man.
A woman.
So, but female is female is something different. That's the gender class. But woman comes from womb man, a woman or manifestation of the womb.
Let me just say
unless
this.
you have a womb, you can't necessarily be a womb man.
But the womb gotta be organic.
Yes.
It can't
You can't
be.
have. You
That's
can't.
right.
What you mean? It is organic. If you can't, you can't turn into a woman and get a womb and have a baby.
This is what I mean. A dude goes to the doctor and gets his whole insides refurbished.
Fix this crotch.
Refurbished.
You can't have.
Crotch flippers.
Do you get what I'm saying? You can't have a refurbished inside to be rebuilt like a woman and consider yourself a womb man. You do.
Yes.
Well, here it's
That
real
womb doesn't
simple.
produce life.
Nah, man, I'm good.
See, but I don't know if it's really about producing life, though. They just want to be accepted. That's what it is. They
How
gotta-
come? Listen,
Accepted by whom? Okay,
Let me
yeah,
tell you something.
I'm gonna go off.
let
on
me
the
tell you
rant.
something about being accepted. Jehovah Witnesses accept themselves,
Exactly.
right? The Mormons accept themselves. They like kicking it with other Mormons.
Right.
Come on.
The motherfucking Amish like kicking it with the Amish. They tend to not want to fuck with hip hop niggas. You understand?
These are the Amish.
They like horse and carriage, nigga. They don't like lowriders. I'm just saying.
They don't like phones.
All I'm saying is it so wrong to say fuck with your own? Why you gotta be included? Now, why we gotta rewrite the Bible?
Right?
The Bible already said fuck y'all. So why y'all wanna say fuck the Bible, add us into it? Why don't you write your own Bible? Make God gay.
Why don't you do it?
Write your Bible and be like, God is trans.
That's right.
There's a Hindu God that's a hermaphrodite.
The song called "God Created Woman"
More than
out of
one.
himself.
Fuck it. Go write some other rules, and then you create your own reality that you get to enjoy living in. Instead of bogarting on the motherfuckers who don't want to fuck with you.
Right. Right.
This nigga, random ass nigga, just showing up. We need security.
Big
Niggas know your friends.
Nigga, Big Head is security. What up?
My man, what's up?
Came in here mopping.
So,
Yeah.
listen. Here's another tweet by Lonesome No More. Listen to this. Listen. I don't see a problem with telling straight guys who are exclusionary of trans women partners that they should try to work through that.
Oh man.
Let's try to work through that.
Work through that.
Work
That's
through
your
it.
problem.
Search your soul. Try
But
to
they
find
make
a
it
way to
seem
like
like-
booty hole better than you used to.
But I'm just saying, they try to make it seem like
You have the problem.
you have the issue,
Yes.
right? When in fact, at the end of the day, if I look at a trans person and I say, I just don't get down that way, isn't it my right
Yeah.
to be able to just say, I'm not cool with that. I don't swing that way.
It's just I don't get down like that.
You're going through some things. Your doctor didn't solve them. You cut off your thing, and I got a problem. Fuck that. That ain't about my groove.
Lost it.
Yeah.
That's all I had.
But
It comes to me in pictures.
But you know what? I see it as an agenda.
Yes.
Because you saw on the Cartoon Network, they came out with that cartoon where it's a little boy and his superpower is he turns into a little girl.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, he's a superhero, but when he turns into a superhero, he turns into a little girl.
Oh, wait. There's a robbery. I'm going to become indecisive and paint my toenails. What the fuck are you? Are you serious?
Yeah, man.
Masculinity is just plain old under attack, bruh.
Let me ask the question. Why should straight men, I need somebody to call in who knows this shit.
Yeah, we should have had some, yeah.
No, we had some experts.
They don't want that.
No, we did.
They don't want this table.
We had some experts. But I was a little leery because of the line. Because you know the line.
Right, keeps going in and out. Right.
Yeah.
But we need an expert on this panel to try to explain this shit. Why should straight men ever be asked to work through a non-attraction to transgender women? Is there a moral duty for transgender women to disclose that you're transgender
Come on now.
to
Right,
a potential
right,
heterosexual partner? Because now it turns into a traumatic victim, like built-in victimhood space that basically says, well, I didn't tell you because, you know, trans people, gay people, lesbian people, queer people get beat the fuck up.
That's one aspect.
And that's one aspect of it. It's true. There are some people out there that will fuck you smooth up on the lie tip. I might be one of them.
What do you mean? What you mean? Like if you...
Like the crying game.
Nigga, look. Okay, I'm telling you right now. If I meet you in a bar and I think you fine, we vibing and all that, you done had some chunder in your hands and all that. I can't tell your hands. You had your Adam's apple shaved down or whatever the fuck, however you do it.
Because you know the surgery is getting more sophisticated.
Oh, absolutely. So we gonna get back to the room and it start getting hot and heavy and we actually kiss and then we poking each other. One of us has to die in this room. You can go and kill me. If it's me, then it's me.
What happens?
But
somebody dying.
Somebody has to die.
Somebody ain't leaving this room.
Somebody's not leaving this room. Either the secret stays buried or it goes all the way out, depending upon who wins this fight. Because it's going down, motherfucker. I do not have, you can't force feed me your dick. I don't want to know.
Oh, shit.
Fuck that. What the fuck kind of, tired of all this tiptoeing around it, okay? I done turned green and ripped out my clothes at the very thought of that, okay? I am not afraid for, fuck, man, fuck. Oh my God. Okay? I am not afraid of you. I am the dear gay people. Phobia means fear.
Right.
I'm afraid of spiders. I'm afraid of dying in a plane crash because I fly on so many planes. I'm afraid of dying before I get my kids all the wisdom I have them. I am not afraid of gay men. I find it repulsive, like a dog that eats his own shit.
But they would say they're not gay. They would say they're trans.
Nigga.
In other words, they were born one thing biologically.
What did your third grade teacher call you? Did your time was you when you was in the third grade? That's before you had the time, permission, or money to fuck with your body. You was in the third grade.
When you had the time, permission, or money
How
to
the
fuck with your body.
When you gonna get a sex change? Recess, nigga? You in third grade? You ain't got time for that. I need to see your third grade picture.
Wow.
Get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Wow.
As if it's not enough. Like they don't have a group. That's like fat women who talk a lot of shit and try to shame you because you ain't into them. God damn it! If there is a porn,
I ain't never been shamed by a big girl.
No, not you. The propaganda.
I'm just saying because you're not into them. I've never experienced that.
Look, dude, it's
is that a
going
real
on.
thing?
Yes.
Where big girls be like, you just like them skinny bitches.
No, it takes a real man to handle heavy equipment. Yeah, if I'm running a fucking bulldozer, okay. I'm sorry, okay? If you are so fat that I mistake you for pregnant, not fuck me, fuck you. All this right here came through that little hole right there. So I'm tired of being shoved into a corner because I am a heterosexual male.
Right.
I'm not gonna go without a fight. And no, I didn't.
And now you're not considered a real man or a quality man or a evolved man if you have, reservations. Like, nah, I don't fuck with y'all. If you exclude them, and them being trans.
Right.
From my bed?
If you exclude, like for instance, you're considered unevolved if you don't accept Bruce Jenner as Caitlyn. Now they're trying to put in place legislation that limits what you can say about them because now it's going to turn into a hate crime. It's going to turn into some type of slur. Speaking of slurs, today's topic, GMOs.
Well, no, you get looked at that. You get looked at pretty funny if you don't use the correct pronoun. Like I have a boot camp, and in one of my boot camps, there was a person who was supposed to be transitioning. I didn't really know, and so,
what does that look like when you caught in the middle?
Man, he looked like a dude. He looked like a rocker dude with like long hair. That's all.
You look like a gender muddle.
But and the funny thing, like,
look like a smam.
So So the next time, so we had a class.
Ma'am.
He was pretty good in the class. He had some pretty good kicks. So the next time they came around, he came back, or she came back. And
That's what we used to call him. He, she.
Well, I'm not calling he, she. I'm just saying whatever
yeah,
the
you
pronoun
are. That's
is.
exactly what you call him.
Well, what he didn't mix himself.
But what happened is, so when I was saying, I was talking to him, and I said, I was talking to somebody else about him. I said, yeah, well, he came the first time, and then that person looked at me funny and said, she, and then kind of walked off and looked at me like I was like, well, I'm like, what? Well, first of all, you looking at me like I'm fucking crazy? Okay. I'm like, wait a minute. First of all, how am I supposed to know?
Here's a great point. Here's a great point. Anybody ever read The Tipping Point by Malcolm Gladwell?
No.
You fucking non-reading ass niggas.
Nigga,
Really?
okay.
Really?
Don't make me go down
you
that
ain't
road.
talking to me.
Shit.
Don't make me go down that road.
No, but read The Tipping Point. What's interesting about The Tipping Point, it was the book that Phil Jackson gave to Kobe Bryant in his third year.
Right.
Or third or fourth year, basically telling him, you too fucking good to be chasing the game. You have to slow down and let the game chase you, right? And basically, Malcolm Gladwell breaks down one's ability to be able to look at something and automatically ascertain the flaw in it, or the weakness in it, or the inauthenticity in it. He was like, some people can look at art and be like, instantly no. Even if they can't pinpoint where the flaw is, they could be like, something's
wrong
awful
with
about
that.
this shit. Right?
Right.
Apply that to SHMOs, to women. There's something about a real man who can pick up something ain't right about you.
Yep.
And now, because again, you guys, to me, you guys are pressing the LBGTQLMNOP community. They're pressing the legislation and the social acceptance, but ain't nobody talking about the spiritual. I didn't say religious. I didn't say dogmatic. I said spiritual. There's something spiritual about the connection between a man and a woman.
Well, it's that positive and negative, and then then you got male and male. They're the same, just like a magnet. The two sides repel each other.
We the same shit. We repel.
We repel. So no matter how much you want to dress that side up to look like something else, when you get close, it's the same energy. Nigga, that repels
Something's
me.
off.
I don't care what you put a magnet in. You can dress a magnet up. You can put a magnet in behind a wall. When you put them two magnets together with like energy, they repel. They push, and it don't matter. What
sometimes it'll shoot across the guy. That shit'll shoot across the damn table. Like, get that fuck away from me.
So, and to me, this is what the community has never really addressed. They'll address the legislation. They'll address the social implications. They'll address the civil rights, which is patterned off of African American civil rights, right? We have the right to be this. We have the right to be. Okay, cool. Address that spiritual shit,
right? And
because I don't know about y'all. I know me. You driving, you see something that seemed like a woman. You take a glance, you instantly know. The tipping point, my nigga. There's something off about that.
You ain't been to the Philippines. You ain't been to the Philippines.
And I don't want to go.
You don't want to go. Nigga. No, they got dudes. That song by Aerosmith, Dude Looks Like a Lady. Man, I was in the Philippines.
Dude look like a lady.
Dude, I was like, look, I'm only going to be here for 2 weeks. I can live with my dick not seeing the light of day for that amount of time.
That's right.
Too many dudes was getting full.
Right.
And then I was playing the game in the bar with friends of mine who knew, like, is that a dude or a woman? I go,
why is everybody scared to talk about
dude?
Why is everybody scared to talk about the heterosexual dudes who fuck with trans?
I'm not.
In motherfucking Hollywood, niggas don't want to mention Eddie Murphy.
I'm not. Hey, that's his shit.
Because you can't accidentally pick up.
Nah.
No.
You know.
No.
You can't. No.
That's a specialty
You
item.
don't. I used to work out in the gym with the police officers who arrested him, and they.
You don't accidentally pick them up.
Okay,
I'm just saying.
Let me put this. Let me put it this way. They a tranny is like going into McDonald's and ordering your Big Mac with no sauce on it. You got to be looking for that. You don't accidentally get a Big Mac with no sauce on it. Hey, wait a second. No, nigga, you got to.
I need you to quit.
I need the French fries
I need
with
you
no
to stop
salt.
right now. You in here cutting the fuck up. Now I know you a comedian, but goddamn, say that shit.
You don't go into a gas station and accidentally put diesel in your car. Diesel is green and it's
Right,
off to
it's
the
up
right.
to the side. Yep.
You got to go. If you go in and pay for unleaded and go over to the diesel pump, it ain't gonna even start up.
It even got different nozzles.
It's got a different now. It won't fit. You got to be looking for diesel. Okay, you don't accidentally get that shit. You don't. But that's what they trying to do. They trying to go so covert with they shit that you accidentally, nigga. This ain't margarine.
So Jeff Brown, put
What?
it this way: if your ass, okay, Jeff needs a beat moment.
God damn it! That fucking James Broadway. What?
Turn it up right now. Just turn this up real quick. Turn this up so they can hear the slappers.
Nigga.
You're listening to the So What Morning Show. Let's get
Okay.
that.
You put your hands on my kids and you get away with it with the courts. Guess what I'm playing on the way up? This is that solo
going down.
creep shit. Yeah, that nigga go right there. Cut the lights out. Cut the lights out. Right.
This is the cut the lights out
Some Dub
record.
C shit right here.
Oh, connect gang. Yeah, that's some of that shit. What? Shout out to Dub C. I ain't gonna
C.
try to get in your lane, bro. Oh my god. That right there.
All right, so
That's what
here
the
we
trend is
go.
doing.
Break it down.
Today's topic on the So
my
What
thing
Morning
cut
Show: GMOs,
She don't go.
genetically modified females.
Genetically modified females.
Y'all gonna let me?
Check it.
You gonna let me? Okay. GMOs. A more in-depth look at the transgender revolution. Should heterosexual men be forced?
She done cut off her thing.
Should they be forced to view transsexual women as real women?
Rest in peace, Nate Dogg.
What does the word transphobia actually mean? What are the ethics surrounding transgender dating? Ethics, meaning when should a transgender person disclose that they're transgender while engaging with a heterosexual man who is at the moment fooled by the surgery, by the hormones.
Right.
He has no idea that you were born Octavius.
Hey,
And now you're Octavia.
Is there anything I should know about your past?
But hey, I got something interesting. There's dudes, transgender people, and men actually date them.
That's what
Seriously.
I'm saying. Yeah.
You know, and it's cool, but me, I wouldn't do it because I want to have a kid. So
Thank you. That
I
goes
can't
back
do
to
it.
womb man.
Is that the only reason you wouldn't do it?
I'm gonna make that the number one reason right now.
No.
Just let it be.
For me,
I'm not comfortable with it.
the number one reason
Can I
for
tell
me
Right.
is
I'm not comfortable
you
with
were
it.
Octavius.
Right.
Thank you.
Right.
You
Thank
can't
you.
start
Right.
Octavius
No.
and then turn into Octavia.
Hey,
There's
go
still-
back to the magnets.
there's still
I'm
some
going back to the magnets.
There's still some scrote in your DNA.
Hey, but
Somewhere.
Some scrotes.
Some scrote. And I ain't saying, look, be happy, be free. First off, and yeah, I'm gonna cover that in the rant. I'm gonna cover why I don't think transsexuals and
Scrote.
gay people should get married in the rant. Like you should not get married. I'm gonna cover that in the rant. But just for me, I'm sorry. I like that. I like the original article.
There you go.
That's how it's
woman.
Soft and lovely.
Well, put it this way. Put it this way. If you're dating,
Do trannies get
I got questions, nigga. I got
elbow
questions.
surgery too?
Yeah, right. Yeah, you get that. Yeah, question. What is your name, beautiful? I forgot your name. What's your name again?
Adita.
Adita. Okay. Adita is your girl. You come home from a hard day at work, and Adita is on your couch watching whatever she watch on her stomach, kicking her feet with a mint. Just, hi, baby. I don't want no dude on his stomach kicking his fucking feet. Right. I just don't.
A dude wearing
It ain't the
pussy.
same. It ain't the same.
It's not the same.
It's just not.
I'm
And
sorry.
I shouldn't have to be called out on the carpet for
It's
that.
the magnets, goddammit.
But listen,
I don't drive American cars.
But listen, this is a round table of men who would be classified as toxic masculinity.
Good.
An example of toxic
Right.
masculinity in today's new world.
Good. Fuck your label.
Fuck your labels. It's like fuck your labels.
I'm 52 years old. You got about 30 more years of me with fuck this bullshit.
So let me ask each and every one of you this question. If you were genuine, what would have been your response
Same damn
in the
thing.
same situation?
Okay. Define the
What was his
situation.
response?
Yeah, what was?
He
No.
tried to get backed
He
up. He
backed
like-
away,
he
but
like-
man,
And
they're now repulsed by you because you told him no.
Nah, I disagree.
But here's the thing.
Oh, you
had
had
different
Hey.
experiences with that. Okay.
So that was your response,
Yes.
Kevin. Your response.
To what he did?
What would you have done if put in the same position?
Well, I probably wouldn't have been sitting on the couch under the covers in the first place.
In
about
this
that?
motherfucker's armpit.
Right, nigga, I wouldn't have been doing that in the first place.
Nigga.
So I probably wouldn't have been in that position.
First
However,
off,
if I was,
don't ever be in the pocket of a man unless it's your dad.
nigga,
That don't ever be in the pocket.
that little wing right there.
Don't ever be in the pocket.
But no, he couldn't have handled it to me any better than he did at the time of what was going on. He answered respectfully. Then she tried to force, and then he was like, "Yo, nah, back." And he wasn't like, "Yo, He was just like, "Nah, just get off." Like, he was like, "Nah, I don't want to do that." And so then after that, then he's the super villain because he don't want to kiss a former.
Something's wrong with him.
A former dude.
He's unevolved. We live in a different time now.
Okay, well, then leave my ass back here in 1978.
But
I like 1978 better any fucking way.
Oh shit.
Back before the technology, when a $6 million man was a lot of fucking money. Okay.
So again, Hassan, your response?
just like Kevin said, I don't think I would have been undercovers with that person.
in the first place.
Because
In the
the
first
thing
place.
is, I know, just like you and I both know a transgender dude. Well, he's not transgender, but he's.
Who, I know him? Who you talking about? I don't know niggas.
Well, no.
I know motherfuckers.
He works. No, I know a dude.
I know you.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna say I'm not. I know I got a friend he's gay, but he's trans, whatever. But he ain't did the full thing.
Okay.
And he always talks to me. I'm very cool with him.
Right.
But when he tries to come on to me and stuff, it's like, back up.
He's tried to come on to you.
Yeah.
Okay,
All
now
the time.
hold on.
All right,
hold
wait.
on.
Oh, shit. Okay, Hassan.
What?
We've been cool as a fan.
I can't- You
Hold
let
on,
niggas fuck
hold on.
with you,
Let me
nigga.
set it up. You and I, we've been cool as a fan for years.
Yes.
Sully is your brother, is
Yes.
my dude.
Yes.
If I came on to you today,
We not cool no
we
more.
ain't
Thank
cool
you.
no more.
It's not
Listen,
going down.
I can't get mad at some dude. Like, if a woman that I'm not attracted to is attracted to me and she's trying to, I'm just gonna say no. No, thank you.
Okay.
Let me frame this up then.
Yeah.
Because if
How many times did it happen?
I don't know what you call your friend.
Right.
Is he homosexual? Is he trans? Is he in transition to trans? I don't know.
Nah, he just androgynous.
But
That's
I
it.
will say this. Motherfuckers that were born as men have a biological default that say go after shit. go get your shit. And I believe that aggressiveness creates a pocket of those motherfuckers.
Right.
True.
That will come after heterosexual men to prove a point and then hide behind the victimhood shield.
If you don't take me, it's you.
Right.
That's true.
So I believe they step out like men.
Yeah.
I'm finna get that nigga.
Yeah.
I'm finna convert this
Right.
nigga.
Right.
I'm finna. First off,
They come around on the
challenge,
blitz.
the
They come
challenge,
around on the blitz, and if you do any kind of blocking, it's a foul. It's a flag on the play. Fuck you.
So one time the attraction could have been sincere, and you were like, "Yo, back the fuck up. I don't fuck with, I don't get down like that." But
And
then when it happens again,
right. So then the
because
question.
they already know.
So then the question becomes this: if you know it's treacherous waters for you out here, fucking around with heterosexual men. These motherfuckers might go upside your dome piece if you come across as even pretending like you fucking flirting with one. Why would you then have the inclination to want to flirt with a heterosexual dude?
No, I didn't say I flirted.
No, I'm saying you got flirted with, nigga. This nigga touched your spiritual taint.
Hey, listen, man. I'm cool with somebody keeping their distance away from me if they like me. You can keep your distance, may have comments and stuff, but when you touch me, now that's a violation. He didn't touch me, but he said stuff.
What did he
I
say?
ain't be around
Please
no-
tell us.
No, fool.
Please tell us.
He states the obvious. He looks at my pictures. He likes my pictures. He says I got a nice body.
Does he call you Timmy
that's
Time?
about it.
Wait, but listen. So you saying, but if that happens though, if that happens to a woman, then that's harassment. It's
Yes.
like you can't keep, you just can't keep telling a woman, oh, I like you, oh, how fine you. I mean, that's harassment after
That is
at
harassment.
some point.
But ain't no dude.
So-
Hey, please see, if I say the dude's harassing me now, I seem like a big ass punk.
No, you don't. You're like, look, motherfucker, don't fuck with me like that.
Okay, wait
and
a
that be that. And let them know that you mean what the fuck you say.
Okay. Yeah.
Hey, Ken, he ain't here. Take it easy. Turn it
Shout
down.
out.
But I'm not.
Shout
I'm
out.
just saying though.
Shut up,
but
man.
there's an energy that goes with that
Yes.
when you let them know that you mean what you say.
Hey, Hassan,
don't come at me
let me
like
just
that.
say this, Hassan. I'm mad you getting hit on, my nigga.
Shout out to Speedy. Shout out to Speedy, the comedian Speedy. We had this conversation a few years ago. When you see a dude as another dude I know the difference between Idris Elba and Flavor Flav. Okay, okay. When you see a dude that you think is an attractive dude, this is what alpha males say about other attractive dudes. I bet that nigga get a gang of bitches. He got a gang of bitches, that nigga right there.
Right.
So, how long we been friends? Over a decade.
Yes.
Yes. Have I ever said, wow, Zoe, you sure look nice today? And those, the fuck out of here with that
Tell you,
shit.
that would change the whole
Come
dynamic.
on, get down. Go forever. What did you, nigga, what? I'm sorry, what? I am not a pop. You know what? I'm gonna put that in the rant. I'm never, you can pry my masculinity from my cold, dead fucking hands.
So let me ask you this, Jeff.
What?
Do you hate trans people?
No.
Are you scared of them?
No. They can teach my kids. They can vote. I don't know why they want to get married, but they can do that. They get whatever. You can live your life however you want. There is some I'm gonna save it for the random.
Do you think they should teach that stuff in school? Because there was a news report that just came out where this lady, she was reading a transgender book in school, and then it got the whole community uproar because the kids went home and she said that some of the girls were crying and saying, "Am I going to turn into a boy?" And so this got the whole damn school.
Hell yeah, that's got
and it's
motherfuckers
crazy.
fucked up.
Right?
I would be pissed off.
Would you?
Yeah, because I'm gonna say this. Me and Yasmin had 2 children, right? A boy
Right.
and a girl.
Once there was a boy and girl.
My son loves being
A boy.
My son.
My son. You're right.
My daughter.
Your daughter.
Loves being my
My
daughter. Right. So at the end of the motherfucking day, if somebody interrupts their organic vibe
Thank you.
on some extra information type shit, first off, I'm from an age where you wasn't supposed to know everything all at once.
Thank you.
Yes.
There was certain stages of information.
The same way I don't give a 6-month-old a T-bone steak.
Right. So there's certain stages that you got introduced to certain shit. Now,
Yes.
you got to give parenting the opportune amount of time to set in before kids are introduced to certain
other
aspects
shit.
of society.
True.
So they can come back to you with some questions that's based on the shit they learned at home. Dad, Mom, I found out some shit today about whoop, whap, whoop. And then you
What
can
do
say,
you think?
what do you think about this shit? Because based off of what you told me, this shit felt strange. Well, I'll tell you why it's strange to me. Now, at the end of the day, the kids change in the environment that they're in. First, your environment, then the environment outside your crib. But they always use the environment that they were raised in as a measuring
Right.
stick and a baseline
Anchor.
for what the fuck they encounter out in the world. Some shit is not supposed to be given to these kids. Like, for instance, that goddamn cartoon on the Cartoon Network where the little boy is a regular little boy and then the motherfucker turned into a superhero, he turned into a girl.
Oh.
Now that shit right there, because now you programming,
Right.
because you can't say, remember back in the day when they said, hey, hold on. These goddamn cartoons is violent. And the violence in the cartoon is not transgender, transposing itself on the little
Right.
kids that are watching. The little kids are being violent because the Three Stooges are violent, because Tom and Jerry is violent, because Bug
Right.
Bunny is violent. So you mean to tell me you'll shut down a cartoon because of the inherent violence in it, but you'll okay a cartoon with some transgender shit in it?
Yeah.
That is the state.
But then again, the flip side of the coin is, what about the motherfuckers that's born that way?
That was gonna be my Phoenix side of my Phoenix perception on the next on the next side.
Because the Phoenix side of it is, okay, if you born that way, you deserve a cartoon for you. But that shit should be on late night, like BET Uncut. You got to be raised like a vampire. You got
Adult Swim and shit.
you got to be up at 3 a.m. to watch your cartoon,
Gene
nigga.
Autry and shit. Man. Right.
That's fucked up. No, I'm just kidding. But what I'm saying is, maybe those cartoons are produced, maybe they're available, and maybe your parents can get specialized programming. Maybe it's a channel that y'all can fuck with. Don't put that shit on Cartoon Network. Nigga, I still watch Cartoon Network.
Thank you.
I'm still looking at Boomerang, nigga.
But you talking about the spiritual side of it though, and going to the Phoenix side of it. The womb is a spiritual thing. It is the most spiritual thing.
It is a holy
So,
place.
to try to change from male to female or to woman, and you don't have a womb, you still can't go as deeply into that realm
You don't got a womb.
as most women or as an
Is
actual
a
woman
trans
can.
womb as deep as a woman's womb?
Oh, you with the bullshit.
I don't know why. I don't even know why that's a point. Are you
Wait a
trying
minute.
to? Are you trying to make a sale for small dick niggas? Maybe y'all should go the trans route if your dick's small. See, I can no longer. Do what
But
you
again, going to the spiritual side, so the woman in this aspect, the womb is the most spiritual thing to me as far as in the woman. But if you as energy is never created or destroyed. You may, in a past life, somebody may have been a different gender, and that energy has followed them to this life, and that's what they're feeling vestiges of that energy. So
Hey, man,
you
look.
can never deny what somebody may be feeling because that energy may be in them, and that, they may be
can
something they
fuck
carried
with-
over from
I
a different
can
past
fuck
life.
with all of that. But in this life,
Yeah.
you ain't did. You feel me? You might have been a cold motherfucker in your last life, my nigga. But in this life,
1,000 years ago,
Your
I don't
name is
care what you
Quincy.
did.
It's funny.
Your name is Quincy, motherfucker.
You could have been queen of the fucking night.
ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in to the voice of reason, Zoe Williams on the Zoe What Morning Show. Today's topic, it's a doozy. I know. Listen, if this is your first time tuning in to us, please understand. We tackle difficult conversations, right? Today's topic is no exception to the rule. GMOs, not GMOs. She-MOs, a more in-depth look at the transgender revolution. Should heterosexual men be forced to view transsexual women as real women? Gosh.
I want to be your thing as long as you never had a thing. Yeah.
I want to be your thing.
As long as you never had a thing.
Ladies and gentlemen, coming this summer, the Jeff Brown comedy album. That will be on it. I want to be your thing, long as you ain't never had a thing.
So we have a lot of questions. True or false? Gender identity is not sexual orientation. Wow.
Oh yeah, orientation.
Interesting question. What exactly is straight male anxiety? Are we anxious about running into a transgender woman? I know the fuck I'm not. I don't even be thinking about it.
I'm anxious about running into a transgender cop.
Unless you're on Tinder.
A transgender cop. Okay, here we go.
Okay. Cops I'm nervous about running into because they could just plain old kill me and do paperwork. At least if a transgender kill me is an investigation of some sort that I can count on. So no, I'm not concerned with running into what? Are you as much as you motherfuckers keep trying to turn yourselves into Bigfoot, you aren't. You aren't. We're not afraid of you. We don't dig what you do. It's not that hard to get. Okay.
I mean, you have big feet for women.
Right.
You can't.
Getting
Listen,
a
you
pedicure
can't-
on a size 11 and a half. If you don't get the fuck out of here and paint your own toenails, nobody wanna got that big ass foot.
We know you a dude. You got Shaq feet.
You can think of
We know it.
yo, fuck Shaq gonna be walking around with some flip flop. Okay.
Strong ass knuckles.
Yeah.
No, we can't fuck with you.
Yeah.
Just
You're not fucking with it. It's okay. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Powerful ass wrists.
Yeah.
Opening jars with ease.
Ripping the tops off of jars, nigga. We know what's up.
So I was talking to Sandra. Get the fuck out of here. Okay? Oh my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, what exactly is transphobia? Are we cisexist? That's a word.
Yeah.
That's a word. Cisexist.
What if I don't care?
Sound
if
like
I'm
a word
those
Snoop made up.
Right?
Cisexist.
things? Right? Wait a minute. What is the cis?
That's the word. I'll give you the definition in 2
Cis
seconds.
X? What?
Says, what is it?
I have never seen.
SIS?
No, it's CISSEXIST. And there's a word for it. Cisexist. Showing or feeling discrimination or prejudice against transgender people. Technically, except for Hassan, we're all cisexists at this
That Hassan's a giver. Okay. All right, it's a slippery slope.
Cis-exes.
Next thing you know, you okay.
Man.
If we gonna rub feet, you better have some shape on it, nigga.
You know
I
that's
ain't
not
rubbing no rough ass feet now.
Hey man, I just have a lot of gay friends, so I have to get used to all this stuff that's out there.
Listen,
I can't be insensitive to certain
I
things.
got a gay uncle.
I got gay
it's
friends.
okay to have gay
My
friends.
son, I'm a gay. One of my sons is gay.
I got a gay uncle. He's
One of my
70.
nieces is gay.
He's 70.
Oh, he old school gay.
But he gay. Listen, let me tell you something.
He buy you ice cream after you got to school.
That nigga is 4 times gay.
Hey, let me tell you something.
4 times gay. That nigga's Temptations gay.
Wait,
OJ's gay.
wait, let me tell you something.
That's a different gay right there.
His older brother has a picture of him when he was in his 20s. And when I tell you this nigga was in a tree with some bell bottoms on, soon as I saw that picture, I knew instantly, oh, this nigga always been gay.
Yeah.
Soon as I saw that,
Immediately.
he was laying on a branch. Nigga, I said,
Laying on a branch.
this nigga's
Come
gay.
on.
They had to hurry up. They had to hurry up and take that picture before little boys went and got their slingshots, nigga. Get that motherfucker out the tree.
And what's crazy is, smart ass dude. He used to be me and my brother's English teacher. When we first got out here, he was a teacher.
Your uncle?
My uncle.
Oh, that's dope.
And the nigga's an opera singer, pianist, all this shit, right? He's an artist, painter. He's a bunch of shit. When I tell you, nigga, I didn't know he was gay until I was around 12. When I got 12,
So the house music and show tunes this dip you on?
No. He had a boyfriend, but nobody would say shit. But you know me, I'm the young nigga who be speaking out at Thanksgiving.
Young Zoe.
That ain't
Young
but
Zoe.
Big mama.
Right. Young nigga, you the young Zoe.
Big mama. Why Uncle Luther friend
Rubbing his
holding hands after the grace nigga?
Exactly,
We
my
done
nigga.
said grace. Everybody's supposed to let go. They still hold. Big mama, look.
Exactly. He
that's
had a
huge.
friend, a white man named Lawrence. And I think I was low-key racist when I was a child, because I was like, why we gotta go to Lawrence's house? I don't fuck with white people.
Right.
I'm from the projects.
No,
There
you
were no
were-
white people in the projects.
You were prejudiced. You were prejudiced.
Whatever. I was low-key not fucking with Lawrence. And then one
There
day,
you go if you want to.
one day at 12, because I was a badass kid, nigga. I'm on my Uncle Sam's roof. Damn, I said his name. Okay, I'm on the nigga's roof, and I saw some hand holding.
Shit.
I said, okay, this is
shit.
this is some abnormal
Right.
shit.
This shit don't feel right.
And I'm gonna tell you, the shit turned into like a horror movie because I ran away.
right? Because you was like, this
I said,
is-
no.
this-
No. No, if I got a crush on Mrs. McIntyre, nigga, in the
Right.
3rd grade, what is this about?
Right.
Let me get the fuck up
Mrs.
out of
Get
here,
the fuck
nigga.
away from this. Something don't feel right. This is like a peanut butter and mayonnaise sandwich. It just don't. It's not right. It's not right. I mean, peanut butter is good, mayonnaise is good, but not together. Yeah.
So, but I say all of that to say, as I evolved as a young man, I didn't hate my uncle or love him any less. First off, that nigga was cool as fuck.
Right. That was your dude.
Nigga, no, he wasn't my dude. Lawrence was that.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
But nah, what was crazy was that motherfucker was intelligent. He had resources. He always wanted to help you do shit, get shit done.
Right.
You call that nigga, he get on the phone. He connect you with people.
Right.
He was an uncle.
Oh, gay people usually got their shit together.
So I'm just saying, once I got past the gay shit, I was like, all right, fuck it, there you go.
Right. Who gives a fuck who
So
is fucking?
most heterosexual men are not phobic
Right.
of gay or lesbian or trans people. What we don't like, or this is, I don't want to speak for everybody. This is me. What I don't like is I don't want a confluence of our cultures. Like on the Starship Enterprise, my nigga, this is a Federation culture. We don't want a Klingon culture in this bitch.
Right.
Now we'll let a Klingon come join us, But he got to be down with the Federation, my nigga. He can't come in here and be on some Klingon shit.
Clock, clock.
Now what happens? We'll
stab you.
We will. I'm just saying, we'll give a Klingon his space. You go practice that shit in
your
on
cloaking and
on the holodeck, my nigga. Don't you know the dig? Don't come in here with that shit, nigga.
Commander Worf, get your ass out of here.
You feel me? And that's all I'm saying. Sometimes y'all shit supposed to stay y'all shit. What happens if Santa becomes gay?
What's up with Mrs. Claus?
What happens if Mrs. Claus says, nigga, fuck you. You done got all the fame.
I'm taking half these toys, motherfucker.
No. I'm finna change into you.
You don't mean gay, you mean transgender?
I'm saying Mrs. Claus says she want to be Mr. Claus. It's only right, nigga, for the past 500 years, nigga. You've been Santa. Now you've got to turn into me and I get to turn into you.
That's right.
I need some of that glory.
Right. What the fuck?
What did you do, Mrs. Claus? If you don't get your ass back in there and supervise them elves, woman.
You understand?
We've been doing this shit for 500 years. You gonna jump up. What the fuck have you been watching, Mrs. Claus? Cancel the cable. Cancel the
shit,
cable.
And I smell some burnt. I smell some burnt cookie
cookies,
edges.
nigga. Some
Get
burnt
your ass
cookies.
in the motherfucking.
You smell that?
But Zoe,
While you out here with your bullshit, the cookies is burning, Mrs. Claus.
there's something you alluded to before though, that is on purpose. You was like, this stuff is done on purpose, and it's the agenda. That part of that Agenda 21, that whole population control type of shit. Because
so you saying transgender, homosexuality, bisexuality, all of that shit has to be promoted and backed by the government because we need to reduce the amount of useless eaters on planet Earth.
Well, not only reduce the amount of useless eaters, but also the level of the level of aggression for pushback. Because most females don't war. Women are not about warring. So that's more of a masculine thing to go to war. So if I can docile you down and make you more feminine, and so it was a doctor who came out, actually a Berkeley professor, who was hired to do a study on a chemical a pesticide chemical called atrazine that they use on the corn. So mostly corn is in mostly everything that you buy today. So
right,
you talking about this brother from Cal Berkeley?
His name is Tyrone Hayes. You need to go look him up. Yeah. So he broke down that this chemical atrazine, when he started doing the test on it on the frogs, that it would change the frog's gender. It would literally turn the frogs into females with eggs. They would have babies, and also then they would be homosexual. They would also mate with only other male frogs.
Look at this.
So this is in the corn. This is in the corn byproduct that everyone eats today in every fucking thing.
But what about the rise in breast cancer in men?
Right.
Apparently, I haven't
because of
eaten
the
enough
consumption
corn.
of soy products.
Right, soy.
Really?
Yeah.
Yo ass. That's why you let this nigga hit on you.
Soy produces.
Shut up.
You done had some motherfucking soy cakes in this bitch.
You need to go home. You need to go home.
Almond milk.
You need to go home and pour gasoline in them cornflakes. Nigga. Your cornflakes. No more popcorn. No more corn for you.
Right. No, he's right. But
I'm gonna
soy
put
is
your
estrogen.
ass. Listen, I'm gonna put this nigga
What?
on a strict bloody meat diet. For the next 12 months, because you need to get that shit out your system, pimp.
We just gonna, from now on, we gonna give you for the week. We gonna give you a goat and a knife.
Send your ass into the woods.
Right.
Hassan, hey,
we gotta
I'm
get
hungry.
you.
What's for dinner? Get your ass on in there.
Get this nigga goat blood smooth.
Right?
Okay.
Oh shit! Hassan did pull a knife out. I think the goat knows what's going on.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Zoe What Morning Show about to go to the next level.
Oh shit.
We about to go to the next level. Listen, for people who are just tuning in, let me say this. This is what we do. Every show, Jeff Brown has an opportunity to go the fuck off. Me, Kev, Hassan, and everybody in here, we get out of his way for about 3.5, 4 minutes.
And just let Hulk smash.
And this intellectual rant is actually what gave birth to Jeff Brown's Inappropriate Hour, which airs every Thursday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., right? On Dash Radio. This is the birth of the Inappropriate Hour. Jeff Brown has some notes that he's been taking that he's going to share. Now,
I've actually been just texting back and forth with Asian whores.
Without further ado, and then after Jeff's rant, we're going to let DJ Julian Ramirez hit us with a mega mix. But Jeff Brown, are you ready to get down into town?
Look.
The intellectual irritant Jeff Brown is in the building.
What's cracking? Wow. Okay. I actually have family members kind of going through this right now. I have gay relatives. I have relatives whose partners are going, who are transgender. And I don't treat those members of my family any different. I don't see a need to. I'm cool with it. That's your thing. If that's what you want to do, then that's what you do. But understand, especially the women that's coming over here to be dudes, it's rules. It's rules. Now that you over here with the dudes, when the shit hit the fan and it's women and children first, no, nigga, you over here. You over here. No, you don't get on the boat with the women and the children because you've been claiming us. Get a gun, motherfucker. Get a gun. I need, for me, there's an inundation of the gay and lesbian lifestyle, period, that I'm not comfortable with having it force-fed to me, because I don't force-feed you my heterosexuality. This is a radio show. I have yet to come into this studio and either me or any of us else go, guess what I did with my significant other last night? Because that's not my business. It's not my business to share. It's not my business to receive. I don't care what you do with your man or your woman. Let's discuss orientation versus preference, okay? Sexual orientation implies that you dig a certain type, whatever that is. Be you bisexual, homosexual, straight, whatever. There is no such thing as a sexual preference when it comes to gay or straight. Because you see, preference, let me use preference. When it comes to pizza, I have a preference for veggies with tomato. I'll eat chicken in a pinch, but it's not my preference. To say that a gay or a transgender man is not my preference puts him on my menu. He's not on my menu.
He ain't in the restaurant.
No, he's not even in the fucking restaurant. I don't. Yeah. That's like you go out to dinner. You order curry goat, and then come back with a little Indian man and a knife. Yeah, no, it's not on my menu. I'm not saying that you can't have two gay guys just break out of nowhere and start making out at 8:30 at night on a Thursday on ABC. If that's what you want to do. Just out of nowhere. Just, I don't know how it fits the plot. Just, hey, I got a taste for pizza. Well, I got a taste for chili. Hey, let's fuck. That's where it just comes out of nowhere. All I'm asking for is a TVM gay. Yeah, you have a TVMA where they go, this is intended for mature audiences. Right before some gay shit go down, if you could just have like a little set of pink clogs run across the front of the screen, and then I'll know to go get a beer. And I'll come back while this fucked up shit, because I like the rest of the plot. I like the rest of I'm with the rest of the show. I'm with the rest of the show, except for this part. I don't quote Ronald Reagan often. Almost not at fucking all.
Here we go.
But what he said about the gay and lesbian movement, and now I'm gonna throw transgender in there, is so profound. He said, gay people do not want more rights, because rights in this country are usually paid for, and gays per capita are not broke.
Wow.
What gay people want is for everybody to say what you're doing is okay. And nobody has that. If you can be grouped, you can be talked about. There's somewhere some motherfuckers don't like niggas that like hot sauce. Right. Somewhere there's the niggas that wear baseball hats. There's always whatever. Whatever your group is, somebody don't like you. Find women that ain't black that work with black dudes. Sisters hate you as a group. You do not get to group yourself and then say don't talk about us. Nobody's that evolved. With regard to marriage, we gonna call him Victor. Everybody know Victor. You know little boy Victor who ain't no uncle touched him. Ain't nothing impropriety, ain't no impropriety sexually been in his direction. Victor just liked jumping double dutch and playing with dolls, okay? And everybody knew he was gay. A baby ain't supposed to, at 18 months old, he ain't supposed to use his tongue on the bottle, is he? Yeah, we knew he was gay. We been knew. Okay? God is not clear. God is not clear on what color car you ought to drive. But he is not unclear at all about how he feels about men who lay with men and women who lay with women. If you are following women, because they call them women.
They're in transition.
Right, you're in women. Okay. God is not that the God in that book. I don't subscribe to that book, but that God is very clear in Leviticus and Romans about what he plans to do with you. So if we gonna think of Victor, who has never been touched by anybody, this would mean that God made Victor custom made just to hate him. God made him to hate him. Why the fuck then would Victor want to join a club made up of motherfuckers who send you to hell?
Wrap it up, Pastor.
They're sending you to hell. They're telling you you are going to hell for what you do naturally. That makes as much sense as me getting people together and signing petitions and going to Washington to make it mandatory that it's legal for me to join the Klan. The Klan is very clear about how they feel about my kind. I'm not saying don't be together. I'm not saying don't live your lives together. Don't do all the other married shit that married people do. I'm saying don't call it this bullshit that these people hate you who have come up with, and understand that folks is gonna hate you. Now, in closing, you gay and lesbian people, you are the ones who like to compare being gay with being black. Well, the next uprising, the next marching, the next person shot in the street, the next injustice that comes down the pike that has black people as a collective going there, I would like to see at least a collection of people who look like the Village People.
Hey, excuse me.
I'm done.
Excuse me, that's not our fight.
That's not our fight. Yeah, we're not. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If you're gonna compare being gay to being black, I need to see some feather boas in the next march.
That was the intellectual rant by Jeff Brown. Let me just say this really quickly. I don't fuck with the Bible like that. I see where Jeff's point is.
Yeah, I don't fuck with the Bible like that either. My point is, why are you trying to join this club? Why are you trying to force gay churches and under the Judeo-Genesis Revelations type shit? You gonna force football cleats into hockey, huh?
That's like forcing Prince and Michael Jackson to do a song together.
You gonna make them do a song together.
They ain't gonna do a song.
They not gonna do it.
They never would. No. They never was gonna do a song
Prince
together.
and Stevie Wonder tried, but Stevie
They're
kept.
just never gonna do a song together. You understand? Shit. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, when you're trying to force people to accept you, just listen to the whole concept of creating legislation that makes people accept you. You ain't gonna never really be accepted if you had to twist a whole society's arm legally. You dig? Ain't nobody got nothing against you. Listen, I don't fuck with that Bible shit now, because there's a lot of foolishness in there too. You know.
Oh, it's mostly foolishness.
The conundrum of
it's mostly foolishness.
You created everything, including the gay people, then you gonna turn around and say they're an abomination?
So you created some
What the-
shit that was abomination to yourself?
What the fuck did you create them for?
Okay.
You created them to get fucked with?
Yeah.
That was what I did.
Yeah.
I don't even like this part of my creation. Fuck with them.
Right.
You understand? I want y'all to go after these motherfuckers every time you get a chance. Fuck with these niggas. I'ma smite motherfuckers.
Yeah.
I'ma blow up buildings and cities
Right.
and shit. I'm smiting shit that I done made.
Yeah.
Cause I don't appreciate none of this shit.
That's the Ike Turner guy that you don't.
This Ike Turner guy. I'ma smite the shit that I fucked up on. You understand?
Anime?
That's Jabrova.
Jabrova. No.
Jabrova. Hey, look here now. Don't take all this shit, okay? God damn it, I made this whole thing in 6 days. I'm finna lay down and rest.
Look, I'm tired.
I'm tired, god damn it.
I done created a gang of shit
Yeah.
in 6 days. So there's gonna be some motherfucking mistakes.
It's gonna be
Anything I fucked up on.
There's gonna be some mistakes.
Anything I fucked up on is an abomination.
It's an abomination.
Okay?
The platypus, abomination. Yeah, I was high. I was high.
Gay people, abomination.
Abomination.
Y'all can fuck with them. Y'all can kill them. Y'all can stone them.
Yeah, you do what you want to do. Yeah.
That's the rule.
Bitches that's hoes.
Yes.
You throw rocks at them too.
You throw rocks at bitches' nose.
Yeah.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, you listen to the Zoe Up Morning Show. We in here having a good time. Shit is funny. We not trying to be funny. People be taking it a little too serious. This is barbershop
Man.
talk.
Okay.
Listen, I gotta take a quick break.
I can't say fuck you to those people.
You can. I think you already said it.
If you really are taking this shit to heart
Wait.
while we sit here under the what?
We gotta check on Hassan.
I see. Yeah, we gotta check on some. Yeah, wait.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he gone.
he gone. Yeah. And send your prayers out to Hassan. I got a feeling Hassan is gonna have like a rash on his shin from having that ass. You know that hard ass ankle skin, that heel meat. You know that hard ass heel meat every man has. He gonna have a rash from that dude rubbing that on his shin. Gonna burn up all the hair all off your shin with that ragged ass. But oh my god.
Oh my God.
You can't imagine no dude. I don't give a fuck how you dress no dude up.
You
No,
can't.
I'm
Hey,
sorry.
Bottom line is, let me just say.
Wow.
Bottom line is, you can't let a nigga hit on you.
No.
No, not multiple times.
Hey.
You can't necessarily do anything about the first time.
Yeah, but no, yes you can.
No, you can. No, they're gonna hit on. You can say something how you don't want it to happen.
Right.
But I'm saying you can't do anything about the initial, coming at you. However, the second time, third time, that's all.
If a nigga ever say, don't knock it till you try it, this fighting words.
Okay. Let me I'm working on a bit about this. Let me make this crystal clear. Dear gay men who keep trying to sell the position that anal is so much better than a regular orgasm. That is so. Let's pretend you right for a minute. Let's pretend.
Hey,
Hold
Jeff,
on.
let's not.
No,
Oh, shit, nigga.
I got you. I got you.
We going
Do
to
you trust me? Do you trust me?
No, Jeff. No.
Okay. All right. Good. Now, okay. Wait.
Go ahead,
Let's get a
ahead,
tally.
man. I don't
Let's
know.
get a tally before I bring. Okay. Now I'm gonna put them both on the don't trust me. Since they don't trust me, I don't want no dap from these motherfuckers after I say this shit.
You gonna get dapped if you
Fuck
right,
'em.
nigga.
No, I know I'm right.
All right.
Okay.
Go ahead, man.
Let's pretend that that's the best feeling in the world. That it dwarfs the female orgasm
ugly.
by 10,000. Let's pretend they taking yam in the cornhole is 10,000 times better than pussy. Here's the problem. You gotta stick a dick in my ass to find out.
Hey, Jeff. Wow. Yeah.
That's why I'm never gonna know. I don't care.
Okay.
Because the cost of admission is too great. It costs too much to get in that club right there.
The cost of admission is too great.
Dude, it costs the cover
price of
charge.
admission is too
the
high,
cover
baby.
charge. A Bugatti EB112 is $3 million.
Okay, listen.
You know I'm never gonna have one? That might be the best car in the world. I love cars. The cost of I'm not giving you $3 million for a car. I'm not.
All right. Okay.
I'm not letting you fuck me in my ass to find out.
What we're gonna do is take a. We're gonna
That's
make
the problem.
Hey, no pun intended. We're gonna make a quick beeline.
Yeah. Okay. That orgasm is on the end of another dick, which is why I'm never gonna find out.
Hey, this point keeps getting worse
Right.
and worse.
Okay, like,
I need you to stop.
We got you, buddy.
All
Keep coming
right.
at me with that bullshit. Oh yeah, it's the okay.
All right, look, we about to take a quick break. DJ Julian Ramirez is about to get busy. We'll holler in a minute. Ooh, ladies and gentlemen, we back in the building. The Zo What Morning Show got a hot topic. Let me just preface the conversation again. We mean no disrespect.
There you go.
This is what has made the barbershop the preferred man cave of all men. First off, there are no women in there most of the time, and we get to talk as much shit as we want to. There's no filter.
Right.
We get to get our full-fledged Fred Sanford, Al Bundy.
Dragon.
You get what I'm saying? We get to talk the shit we want to talk. And that is the environment of this show. Again, nobody on this show hates the LGBTQ community.
No,
We do not hate them.
I don't have to hate you to not get down with your shit.
As is stated before, you know, many of us have family members that are gay, that are, you know, whatever. And we do know that there is another side to the coin that we painted in the first half of this show,
Right.
which ended with a thunderous thud in the motherfucking intellectual rant by Jeff Brown. Our engineer, a progressive young millennial, has a bone to pick with some of the bullshit
Yes.
we have laid down in today's topic.
Brought something to our attention. Huh?
Yes.
GMOs is our topic. Damn, is that disrespectful? Is that a slur? A GMO. Not created by God, but created by motherfuckers who think they're gods. Doctors.
Right.
Ah, Jesus.
Right.
Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. A more in-depth look at the transgender revolution. Should heterosexual men be forced to view transsexual women as real women? Our engineer, Adita, has a counterpoint.
Break it down, girl.
I just have a couple things to say. First of all, somebody said tranny earlier. That's a slur. That's derogatory.
Who said tranny?
I heard it. Somebody said tranny.
Was it Jeff?
Probably.
I heard it in the heat of the conversation.
I'm gonna
Somebody
own it.
said
I'm gonna own it.
that's derogatory.
Well, you know what I'm gonna say? Too bad.
what
I'm
if
saying, too
somebody
bad.
called you the N-word? Would you be?
Well, nigga means God. So yeah, you can call me nigga.
That's true.
When-
I was taught to never say that because.
and you're not
people
supposed
don't-
to. And it's
Exactly.
You gonna let her talk?
not. Yes.
We'll
Yes.
let her talk.
I'm gonna let you
And
talk,
then
and I'll
you
tell
can
you why
rebut.
you can't use the word nigga and why it's different when you get done. Go ahead.
Okay, I'd like to find out later. No, I was just saying, like, if, let's say the trans person was listening to the show. I just feel like, well, maybe because I'm a woman, I feel a little different. But let's just say I met a guy, and I really was connected with him on a spiritual level. I was attracted to him. I had the chemistry, and then, well, maybe it would disrespectful from him to not tell me in the first place. But some people, because they have identified with being a man their whole life, maybe they don't necessarily want to like scare you off immediately. And
So you
it's
basically,
not really lying
let me
because
ask you this.
They're
Are you,
just they were born stuck in a body that they're not identifying with.
Right. So let me position this question and throw it back to you. Are you saying because of the climate and the conditions that many trans people have to suffer through, they get a pass to lie for a moment or conceal or not disclose?
Is it lying?
Well, the natural flow of relationship is predicated on disclosure, reciprocity.
Right.
If I'm talking to you and I'm sharing with you, there is a natural expectation that my sharing with you would open you up enough to recognize you can trust me and then you can share with me. But I think what you're saying, because there's so much trepidation for them exposing who they really are, that they get a get out of jail free card with a delay with regards to delaying their disclosure about who they are. Is that what you're saying?
I mean, true. I guess I was thinking, so I watched this episode of, have you ever seen, like, Louis C.K. had this show about, I don't know, it's like a comedy show, but in the skit that he did, he had a one-night stand with a woman, gorgeous woman, and then she stayed over till the next day. They had breakfast, and they're talking about life, and she kind of jokingly goes something about being a man, and he's like, wait, what? What did you say? And then she's like, yeah, like, I was born a man. Well, fast forward.
Wait. Let's stop right there.
After they'd had sex and everything?
Wait.
Yes, after.
Oh, see.
But the point is,
so
he enjoyed
let's do
it so
this way.
much, he wanted to take her on another date, and he was thinking, like, oh, she's such a great woman, I had such a good time.
I don't want you to move on. We can't move on.
You're right.
I'm stealing that. I'm stealing that. That's how you stop. I don't want you to move on.
I don't want you to move on. Let's stop right there. What if she's not trans? What if she has herpes?
What does that have to do with?
Just hear the point. The disclosure responsibility is still there.
Yes.
You don't have sex with a motherfucker
That's
before.
a disease.
Hold on.
Oh,
No,
that's
hear
way
the point.
different.
But
Okay.
but it's still
Not
based
even-
on.
Okay.
No. Hear the point though. Hear the logical point here. The point is there's still a responsibility to disclose. You don't have sex with somebody without disclosing, hey, I got herpes. Even if you're wearing a condom, you still want to say, listen, I got herpes. There's a responsibility there, right?
So,
Then
no, I don't agree with
Then
that.
secondarily,
You don't agree that I should tell you if I have herpes?
No. You're mixing up a disease, a health problem with somebody's identity.
I would love to take a stab at this.
That
Here we
person
go.
does
Jeff
not-
Brown.
All right, that's fair. That's fair.
I'm just saying I was never in that situation.
Absolutely.
I'm just thinking
Remember who
in
she is? We
defense
love her.
to trans
Don't-
people.
We love you.
We
say this
I know,
with love.
I know.
With
I
love.
like you guys
With
too. You're
love.
all right.
And you better show her love.
Kidding.
Let's. I'm gonna put the iron fist in the velvet glove. All right.
It's still iron.
Yes. Oh, it's still gonna come down hard. It's still gonna come down hard, just hard and pretty. Okay. Let's take this and keep it social. If a guy that you had a great time with, you hit it off with him, everything was great, only to find out the next day that he's a married pimp with 2 kids.
Hey, bitch.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
The green Cadillac didn't give it away. Don't you think that maybe, just maybe, if there is anything questionable, especially on this level in this climate, about your past, that maybe I'd have a problem with? Am I lying by omission if I don't tell you that?
But again, these are two different things. You're talking about being unfaithful and having a disease, comparing to somebody being like it's who they
Sweetheart.
are.
He put it in
Wait a minute, whoa,
You're
whoa,
gonna judge
guys.
somebody by who were they were born. That
But sweetheart, you're missing the one element
I'm
in
trying.
the question.
I got it.
The one
disclosure
element
part.
is disclosure.
I got it.
There's a responsibility.
I dropped the disease. We're not talking about pimping is not a disease.
Right.
I'm talking about anything that you could put in that category. The fact that being a transgender is exclusive in itself does not exclude it from everything. Okay? What I am saying is that Adita, yes, let's just say I was a single man. I don't know how often you date 52-year-old men with a pot gut and bad knees, but I tell you what,
She wouldn't.
she probably wouldn't.
No.
And you know what? Anything
That ain't dating. That's caregiving.
that nigga. That's hospice, nigga. Okay? Anytime I gotta ask you, do you want pussy or applesauce? You want some pussy or you want some applesauce? I'm just gonna get you to rub my feet and take a nap. And bring me some peanuts. I'm gonna watch the game.
That was hilarious.
No, what I'm saying is that if there's anything that I feel like you're not gonna like that I'm withholding from you, that's dishonesty. And it doesn't matter why I'm being dishonest. I'm being dishonest because I'm prejudging, as a matter of fact, I'm prejudging you as an individual based on what I expect your response to be. What does that say about me?
I agree. I never.
Oh,
well,
you agree?
Maybe.
Wow.
No, well, I mean, I'm just trying to be
Jesus.
the devil's advocate. You know,
Yes, ma'am.
Again, I've never been in that situation.
Yeah, neither
of
have I.
course, it would be nice if they were to disclose it, but imagine growing up as a trans person, and every time you would tell somebody, you know, the reaction, you would scare them away. And maybe
Yes.
it's like being gay. You know, it's some people have a hard time coming out because they've been judged their whole lives.
Yeah.
They have this negative response all the time. So
Right.
maybe. I mean, eventually you'd have to, you know, let them know. But I'm just saying, besides the whole
Eventually?
disclosure,
But
Eventually.
but something
So
like
I'ma
that
get
is
you on the
so.
hook
But
first.
something like that is so important, though. That has to be disclosed at the beginning.
You don't think it's important
That's
enough to
super
disclose
maybe
it?
maybe the level of importance to like men, or maybe it's just me personally.
But let me give you
maybe
this.
I'm just trying to evolve more as a human
and
being
you
to
should.
not
So-
see the color, race, gender.
No, now.
So
stuff,
let me
you
present
know?
this to you. Let me present this to you. Women get mad at men all the time for fronting like something and then later on turning out to be something else. Right? You understand?
Yeah,
you
but you're
did
gonna
this.
put in,
you
like,
did,
a disease
but
or,
here,
like,
No,
a
we're
shitty
not.
part.
No,
but
I'm
hear what I'm
not.
saying. You did all of this shit to get me.
Least-
And now you revealed that you not
Right.
what you said you were?
Borrowed your brother's car,
You did all
took
this
me
shit.
to your cousin's house, and pretend both of them was yours for 3 months. Now that we together and I'm stuck on your love pole, now you gonna tell me you live with your
I'm just
mama
more
and drive a
focused on the
Prius.
spiritual
You made
level
me love a lie.
more than the organs that they have or who they were born.
And spiritually,
well,
that's
poor guy
dishonest.
was born a girl, but he was a boy the
Yes.
whole life. So
I get-
why
I
would
get
I?
what you- I get
it's
what
not
you're
like I
saying.
found. Oh my god, you had herpes and you never told me. That's like a crime.
Okay.
It's not a crime.
It's a crime to not tell a dude, a heterosexual man, that you're trans. I believe
no,
that's
it's not a crime. It's fraudulent. But here's my question. Here's what I want to say. Here's what I want to ask you. Are you clear? Are you what you're saying is that comparing it to herpes is wrong? Got
Yes.
it. Got it.
Let's take
so we
that out
don't
of the
have to bring.
equation,
So
right.
let's take that
You're
off.
not gonna like die or have a disease.
Absolutely.
You
Absolutely.
could die
Understood. Yeah, yeah.
if the
You fuck with the
tranny
wrong
person
dude.
is infected.
No. I'm separating the disease
Disease.
part with
Yes,
the actual.
good Lord, don't
but
give her
again,
any
maybe
more
I'm just
disease.
trying to
We've
be
been
a
trying to
more
get over
evolved human being,
Right.
and
Yes.
eventually we're not. I mean, eventually
Right.
I hope we're not gonna see what we see now.
Your
Okay.
And it's
spiritual
not gonna
connection,
matter
spiritual
in 50
connection
years.
is the height of the universe.
What
We
is-
get what you say?
What is your and I hate that it feels like we're jumping on you, but what is your ethnicity?
I'm Lithuanian.
You're Lithuanian.
Lithuanian, this bitch, cuz.
Right. I think it is the most vulgar insult to have to deal with you and not see Lithuania. The only reason I would do that is because I don't want to have to respect Lithuania. So I am going to strip that part of you so I don't have to deal with it. I have never been a proponent of I don't see color. Because now I don't have to respect it if I
I
don't
said
see
I'm
it.
trying not to.
That's
I'm
a mistake.
Trying to be
That's a mistake.
And evolve. Why is
That's
it a
not
mistake?
because if you see me and you don't see black, mama, you missing a lot. Because I identify with my blackness. I'm not asking you not to see it. I'm asking you to respect it. Now, with regard to transgender people, I could follow your point if there was not, if I couldn't go on Pornhub and find transgenders that people are actually attracted to. They have a niche. They have a demographic. Respect your demographic. It's people looking for you. Go look for them. I'm not gonna make you
So all
date
of a sudden,
me.
Rumi is wrong?
Right. If you're a fool. If I'm trying to make you date me at 52, I'm stalking you, Adita.
That which you are
Nobody's
seeking
making
is
you
also seeking
like
you.
that. I'm
Yes.
just, I
So
don't know.
stop
Okay.
seeking
Maybe I'm
shit
young
that
and
ain't
naive,
seeking
but
you.
that's just how I think.
Absolutely, and that's fair. But this last point I'm gonna make: we both work at this radio station.
You don't work here, Jeff.
That is true. Yeah. You don't work where you don't collect the check. Let's take my marriage out of it, because it's dirty motherfuckers that do this all day anyway. If you keep every time I see you, Adita, I'm over friendly. I'm hanging out by your car. I'm trying to take you to lunch, and you done made it clear, dude, I'm not fucking with you. At what point am I overstepping my bounds? At what point do I get to go, you know what? You just don't like black people. That's your problem. You racist, Adita, because you won't go out with me. No, motherfucker, you got 5 kids and you about to get an AARP card. That's why I don't fucking date you. At what point do I take it? At what point do I get to take it from you and make it about me that you just won't date me because I'm black?
Well, but these are like two different scenarios still, to me. I don't know. I guess I don't make the...
Well, you can compare an apple and an orange because they're both fruit. That's what I'm getting at.
So here's my final question on the whole thing.
Hit them with it.
Is it okay to exclude motherfuckers? Period.
Yeah.
With regards to the dating scene, is it okay to just be on some old, I don't fuck with that? And I don't give a fuck
Well,
if it's...
you do that with food.
You-
How come you can't do that with food?
That's my
Everything
point.
else in your goddamn life.
That's my point.
I don't fuck with macaroni and cheese.
Do you know?
I don't fuck with greens.
Do you know? Despite the numbers, right? Despite what people are saying, blacks, interracial dating, blacks dating outside of their race. Do you know that black people tend to stay within their race more than any other race?
No, I didn't know.
Yes. Despite the narrative out there that's saying black people, Serena Williams, she married a white guy and had a baby with a white guy, or Michael Jordan, he's
right.
Despite all of that, black people date within their race more than anybody else.
Do you know why?
So let me just say, it's clear that as a culture, as fragmented as it is, black people tend to stick with each other, right? Is there something wrong that black people tend to exclude other races for the most part?
I just
Is
don't
that
like
wrong?
the word exclude. You never want to exclude anybody. It's a divisive word. Why would you exclude somebody?
But
You always,
if-
at the end of
but-
the day, you have your
but-
own choices and your own preferences, and nobody's gonna force you to go date them and stuff.
Baby,
Right.
But let's not
But-
exclude
but-
anyone from anything.
There's 100 good reasons to exclude. 100. Okay? For me, here's one. I've dated women of every color. There's no racism in my pants. But for me, I like knowing that when my phone rings and it's my wife, she might go, nigga, turn on channel 4. There's just something about
Your wife says it just like that one
yes.
more time.
Nigga, turn on channel 4.
Nigga, you better get
Nigga,
the
you
channel
ain't gonna believe this shit. There's something
White wife can't say that.
Who's she
If he
talking
married to a white,
Yeah.
if he married to you, you can't call him from Lithuania. Nigga, you better get the channel 4, goddamn.
Yeah, it just sounds different, Adita. If I'm dating a nigger, could you swing by and get some turnips? What the fuck did you just say? So, esoterically,
You reverting back to your forefathers, girl.
intrinsically, there are certain things that people, I don't mind being excluded from. I don't mind being excluded from shit that I don't get down with or shit that don't want me to get down with it. I don't have a problem with that. Why does everybody have to accept everybody else?
Jeff
It's
Brown,
like
I
Hassan.
have to-
He's just being nice and respectful, and he doesn't want his friend to feel any sort of way.
So he allows himself to be uncomfortable. I'm not doing it.
I'm not doing it either.
Who said that he was uncomfortable?
He did.
It's a friend
He
of
did.
his.
He did.
Pretty much
He did.
But well, they're
Okay,
still
listen,
friends.
listen.
They're still friends.
Hey, we can't answer all of the questions.
No, we can't.
We simply can't.
We could. We just don't have enough time.
We don't have enough time. We got to take off. There's another show getting ready to come in here. Listen, the Voice of Reason is on the air tonight. We're going to deal with a major question. Amanda Sells, what's her last name? Amanda Sellis or Amanda Sells? She asked a very important question, and I think we should address it tonight. Men who love pussy but hate women.
Yeah.
We got to deal with it.
Woo!
Yeah, the Voice of
Plenty of
Reason
them.
tonight. 5 Amanda Seals, 5 to 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time on Dash Talk. We had a great conversation today. Please continue the conversation. Please continue to support what Zoe is doing over here. It's going to be fire. 5 to 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 to 10 East PM. Hey, we up out of here. Deuces!